Hello and welcome to Fool Time. Yet another Friday, and it's time to fool around in the workshop again. My name, as always, is Edetacek, and you are watching MoeU University, where I, well, at least try to build some figure dioramas, some backdrop for my figure photos live on camera. So yeah, that was the plan. And this is a relatively new concept I'm doing since the start of 2026. And yeah, I already made a proof of concept. I did one set last month, and now I'm actually starting with the second set. And the second set, you can also read it down there, is about Lain from Serial Experience Lain. I pitched the concept last stream. So basically I want to do an outdoor scene with Lain on a like those Japanese slopes where it's like basically just a hill, a very narrow hill with some buildings left and right, and of course some utility poles, some power poles, because Lain wasn't all about computer equipment and hacking and shady rooms. It was also about some cable porn, where you had those outdoor shots with those power poles and all the cables running around. And so this is what I'm trying to build. So basically, I don't know why the camera got rearranged, but basically back here you can already see that I made a ramp, started with this last stream. So this is like basically just, you know, it looks like a ramp, but it should represent the hill Lain stands on. With this is like the front side. And then it slopes to the back, and so that we can get a little bit of forced perspective. Hello, Smallword. Smallword is in the chat. Welcome to the stream. Today I can read the comments on the multi-chat panel. That's fine also. And I also messed a bit around with the keyframe interval. I don't know if it had any downside, because I had it like too high for the last 2 months, but now I changed it, and it, at least now my my Twitch says bitrate and everything is green, so it's happy Twitch noise, I guess. So okay, so I have my tea here, but I guess it's still hot. I will not attempt to drink this, and now I can just unbox the Lain figure, because she arrived actually. So we don't have to guesswork anymore how the figure will look on the diorama, so we can actually put her in, and maybe I can do a quick reference shot so that I will know how to compose this. So let me see if I can bring you over to the workbench. Let's see. Yeah, that looks good. That is good. So, interestingly enough, this is one of those smallest AmiAmi packages I've ever come across, and they also taped the documents on it. Normally, this is like an envelope that you can open, but now they taped it on it. So, well, let's see. I'm curious about the card, the postcard that's in it. Maybe it's a different one than last time. Yeah, it's a different one. Okay, that's cool. So here is the postcard that I got with the package. Is it like I don't know? It's like some street food scenery with the two mascots on it. I don't know if this is I guess they have wearing scarves already and like long sleeve school uniforms. I don't know if this is specific to the season, but I like the picture, and it's a new one, and so I have one for my collection of AmiAmi prints. And I'm one step closer to covering my office wall in those prints. I guess I have to start with this this year, so that's cool. I guess when the other figure arrives this month that I ordered, like the tiger one, I guess it will be the same print. So now I have to be like careful and stuff, because basically it's not my figure. So I might keep the carton as well, just to store her. So I like when they do this like extra sheet of paper, so it's so Japanese. Yeah, probably Winter New Year. No, New Year was a different one. I received one in January. They had like this shrine theme with the Miku outfit, not Miku as the diva, but the priest outfit, and yeah. But like in October I got like 4 times the same print. That was a bit sad. And also I don't like it when they send a landscape print, because then I can't use it for my collection of framed pictures. Okay, yeah, this is one pop-up large of Lain. There's a little universal sticker down there, and yeah, typical pop-up L thing. Interestingly enough, today I saw the like release notice of another Lain Nandroid in her Kigurumi. It's funny because of two reasons. Because first of all, apparently we are not only in a Bleach renaissance, we are also in a Lain renaissance. I guess they got the license and now they have to do something with it. But then also, I guess it was last weekend when we were building Plamo, Oki and me, and I was talking to him that normally I would have like Lain in her Kigurumi outfit. This is like more iconic for her, and now they do it. But then again, it's an Android, and I've only seen one faceplate in the promotional pictures. And like Lain isn't like also a really expressive character, to be honest. And then again, yeah, it's like all plastic. So I don't know. It would have been a good chance to do this as an Android doll, with the Kigurumi being like real fabric. Would have looked nice, but yeah, it's just a normal Nando. So. Oh well. I guess my mega fan, my friend of Lain will order her, but he can do this. He can do this on his own. He don't need me to babysit his pre-orders. Okay, so yeah, the base, free pack holes in there, so pretty good. There is like bubble wrap. It's like, it feels a bit strange to have your figure wrapped in bubble wrap. But she's heavy. She got some weight to it. That's like, I don't have a scale down here, but she's heavy. That's just nice. I mean, the bag looks a bit plain, to be honest. With those like beige surfaces. The little keychain is nice. Yeah, I guess it's a nice figure. Nice. So then we can put her on the set and try if this works. So I will just let me start the tracking as well. So got an invoice for Albedo in Armory. Oh, that's a nice figure. I put this on my top 10 picks for this month, and yeah. Oh, sorry. There's a box in front of that. Okay, so yeah. And then I already uncovered the laser, so we will see if the laser works today. And then I can laser something for the power pole, because I have a few schematics here on the wall. This is what I built last last Friday. So this is the height of the power pole. This is roughly 60 centimeter, and I don't think it makes any much sense to make this bigger. Maybe a bit smaller. Some of them are a bit smaller. Some of them might 1 or 2 centimeters more height. But basically, this is the height I will going with. This doesn't make any sense compared to the figure, I know, but making it any bigger would just be senseless. Guts from Berserk, so I want to make a poster-like photo with both of them. I guess that's that would work. I mean, those are both pretty mature-looking figures. I never got like into like Berserk. I had a friend who collected all the Berserk, like not figures but statues, because there are a ton of like really high like what's it called, high quality statues from cast resin. So yeah, and then off stream I printed this and glued it together. This is an attempt of having the pole of the power pole. So this is roughly the same size, as you can see. And today I will try to make some extensions. Basically just make it look cool with all those like things on a power pole. I don't know if the mold, I mean I made this myself, but maybe I will redo the mold that it goes a bit more, it stays like the same shape, but the top part is really nice. I've sanded this down and glued a little cap onto it. So yeah, so now I can just let me see if I can do some I need also a few prints, because for the details I will not make this myself. Movement in the studio, what I'm using to track the movement. Let me show it because I have like 2 cameras here. So this is like basically PTC camera. If you type in PTC camera, you will just go down a rabbit hole of cameras, and I can show you because one of them is here. So this is like the one. Here is the camera. Just have to get this into focus. And it's like, you know, like basically tracking, and when I move around, it tracks my movement, and you can adjust this. Yeah, the camera basically follows me. I mean, it works okay-ish, because if I just run away, it will not be able to track me. So I have to move a bit like regal and slowly, but then I would normally move. But it's okay. I wanted to have this set up so that I can go around in the workshop and the camera will follow me. So basically this is all wireless as well. So I have my wireless headset and my wireless microphone. So the headset is not just for show, so that I can listen to music, and so it looks a bit cooler. But basically this is a normal like stage microphone that I use. And so yeah, it tracks me. And of course there is one on the ceiling as well, so that I can have like 2 different camera angles. And you can also, of course, like set your presets, set your angles so that you can recall them. Normally I would do this with like hardware thingy, but yeah. So okay, let me see. I have my 3D studio. If I can get this in, can I get this into frame? Yeah, I guess I can do this. So if we can print something, why isn't this? Okay, interesting enough. So let me see. Because I've downloaded a few files that I want to print. Let me see. Where are those downloads? Where are those downloads? Let me see. Normally we just prepare this a bit better, but then again, those streams are always like a bit of a rush to get to. So I have to now unpack those files and see if I can print them, or if the printer struggles. Okay, so I really don't know what is what, so I guess I have to check for the files. So I also can't really see them, so let me see what is this. I will just open all of them and then we can see. Let's see. What's this? I guess. Okay. Yeah. There is the coil. I just need this coil. Is this like one object? No. Are there any different objects? Yes. Okay. It's called the hex, the glass hex pin. Okay, fine. Delete this, and we just open the glass hex pin. Okay. Now there we are. Okay. So this is like a coil. Okay, can you actually see this? I guess not. So now you can. Hello there. Welcome to the chat. So yeah, this is the pin, and I don't know how to print this honestly. From which angle to attack. I guess the software will tell us, but let's see if we just rotate this a bit, and then we slice it. It just tells us about floating regions. Okay. I see. So it doesn't make much difference. Maybe I will just wrote it again. Print it from this side. Yeah, no, it does also like. So I guess I have to use supports, so it doesn't really matter. So now we can look for the size of the thing. This is like 8.5 millimeter. So I guess that's a bit big. It's a bit on the bigger side. Let me get my ruler. I guess we can do this a bit smaller, like 80%. Doesn't have to be this big. And I guess I will just change the quality. Quality is good. Making supports. Enables 3 supports. Did I change the settings of those? No, I didn't. Okay, and then yeah, okay. If I slice this, oh, that looks nasty. Wow. Okay. Well. I guess I will have to try if this works. Or should I put this like? Let's see if I can rotate this again. Okay, doing it like that. Yeah, okay, that's much better. Putting it on the side, so the supports are much more friendlier. And so now for the color, I guess of course we will use a gray one. So okay, let's print this. It's about 30 minutes, so let's go for it. Send this to the printer. And then of course I might also check the laser, because I can't let the laser run for like all the time because it's really loud, so wouldn't be wise. I mean, you wouldn't hear it probably through the microphone, but I would get annoyed, so. But now I have to make sure that the wireless thing is getting there. I'm also curious if I can get the live view to work. Let me see if I can go live with this thing, if it shows anything, because last time I also struggled a bit with this. Is there now the printer? Does it come on? No, there is nothing. Okay. Maybe it will go on at some point. I don't know. Makes some printer noise. Okay, that's some guide views. It comes on, does something. Let me see. Nothing. Okay, so there is no print camera. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. I tried to put the feed into the live stream, but apparently there is some issue with the like virtual camera that you can use. But okay, now that I have to see if the printer is online. Let me see if there is something we can print, because I created like little like straps to wrap around the pole, and I don't know if I can print them, to be honest, because they are very thin. And okay, it is online. That's a good thing. Only the camera fails, but doesn't really matter. Let me. I mean, I guess I can show this to you. I have to check the browser thing. To change to the like. Is it like this? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So that's the browser. Okay, let me see. And then we put this, smack that in the middle. And now, what should I print? What should I laser? Like a thin material. There is no thin material here. Like basically just a piece of paper would be too thin. But I really have nothing. I mean, I guess I can try to laser this. Put this here. Okay. Normally he makes a photo, but the wireless network here is so weak that most of the time it fails. But now, okay, he made a picture. Wow, incredible, incredible. So now I have to enter those settings. I guess like speed can go like here. Get the power like full power. Because I want to make this in one pass. It's a pretty thin material, so doesn't really. And maybe I just put this down. And we go to manual, to automatic focus. And then we see if we can print this or if this falls apart, because it's very, very delicate. So I'm not sure if the laser can handle it. But we will see. Let's start the print, and getting my air purifier ready. Switch this on. Okay, upload was successful. and fire. So in the meantime, I guess we can just see if the figure is can be placed on the actual set, because eventually I have to do this. Let's see. I have the set. Bring it all the way here, and then we take the figure. Ooh, ooh, ooh! I don't think this is going well. But let's see. Maybe I have to enlarge it a bit. But yeah. Okay. So I put her here, so that there is a bit of a space behind her. Camera is always like out of frame. I don't get it. So okay, so like here. Of course, like right in the middle of it. And yeah, so I can just mark this spot. Mark this spot. I guess this should work. Let's see. Now it's a bit noise in here, but that's okay. Okay. The problem is that she's leaning a bit forward, so I might have to. But I guess this works. Does you actually see it if she leans forward, if I take a picture? Or is this a nothing burger, like we used to say? Is she like... Okay, this holds her in place pretty well. And now like for the pole behind her, oh, that's actually quite good. That's actually quite good. That'd be a pretty small pole, but then again, not bad. Not bad at all. I like it. So we can already let her rest here. Nothing does happen to her. Of course, I will cover this with like a street of some kind. Don't know exactly which material yet. Don't want to use a real like model train street. What's up with this printer? Oh my god. It's just black. I'm painting it black. And it's still working. It's still working on those stripes. It's a tiny print, but it's still working. Yeah, stability test passed. I mean, it leans pretty hard. I can show you. Let me turn off the tracking because it lost track of me already. And I can show you how this leans, because from this angle you might see it pretty well how she leans. Of course, it's already in a slope, so. But if I frame her from the front, you might not see it that hard. I mean, if I turn this around, it's just, you know, it's just the illusion. Would have been better if I made this a bit more like horizontal. Jesus. Yeah, but you get the idea of like a hill that is falling off behind her. So now I can just do some freestyle power poles. Let me grab one of those sheets so that I know what to do. And then I need my materials, my trusty materials. I have like thick carton, small carton, and yeah, a bit thicker carton. That's like from a picture frame. Those are actually really great materials. You can reuse them, like a passe-partout from a picture frame. But I really want to finish the laser thing because this sound makes me nervous. Okay, so I mean, I know. Guess I also have to get the ruler. Okay, so let me track this. Oh, where is my ruler? Better knife would be appreciate a better knife, and of course a pencil of some sort. A pencil of some sort. Are so garbage pencils, but I don't want to buy a pencil. I've never bought a pencil in like 20 years. But nowadays office supplies are running low, so okay. At least it got sharp. And let me... Luckily it's not Plamande, would have been another 10 bits. But let me see if the printer came online. No, nothing. Nothing is here. So, really interesting that the printer is not coming on. But it prints. It prints. Interesting. Okay, well, I guess you can't have it all. You can't have it all. So those are like support beams that I can draw and cut out. And I know what you are thinking. Can you do this with the laser? Yes, I could do this with the laser, but then again, that's much more soothing to do this by hand, I guess. And now it is ready. Let's see what we have like fabricated. It's like 10 centimeter. Okay. I guess 8 is fine too, to be honest. Okay, so let's see what came out of it. Oh, it lasered through and through. That's a... I don't know if this is a good sign, but... Yeah, no. No. That's a garbaccio. It's far too delicate. I mean, it looks okay, but then again, it's just nothing. Okay. So this doesn't work. But I guess I will just make it a bit bigger. I can make it bigger, no problem. Double the size, double the fun, and then it should be all right. Because let's be honest, this here is no, it's just, it might also not be the right material. Oh, I'm sorry, I have my mouse around here. It's annoying. I guess I have to soon invest in a Steam Deck as well, so that I can click my scenes. Don't have my equipment around. Okay, so let's see if I can just double this in size. Make it bigger. Okay. So this is now I don't know if this will work. Maybe I also have to like use another material, but I honestly forgot. So what I know for sure is that we don't need this much power. We can just scale it down a bit. Okay, I guess. So second try. Come with me to the land of the free. Okay. So now I guess we are cutting until everything is done. So I make a base structure and then some coils and then some strings and like this boxy thing. So yeah. Anyway, how was your week? Did everyone okay? I had quite a good week. It was some very nice weather over here. Yesterday and today I rode my bike to work for the first time in this season, or like winter is already over. There would be another 10 bits here, but luckily we don't play this. Yeah, I also got my starting date for the garden renovation, so this was fine too. Tired after a week. Yeah, I can feel you. I can feel you. So how can I attach this under those poles? Well. And it's just the first week of this month. Yeah, that's also correct. I'm not a fan of March, to be honest. It's like a pretty long month. It's quite busy for me, and being sick didn't help. So many people are sick nowadays. Also, in our work, some of them called in sick, so that's a shame. So I hope you get better soon. Let's see if I can just use this material. It's like you're trying a thing, and if you don't succeed, try it again. Not so bad, not so bad. Okay, and then I will just two smaller ones, so to have it as a rectangle. Actually, I can just now I'm quite stationary, so I can zoom in, zoom and enhance, zoom and enhance, and also maybe focus. Focus. The tip of this power pole, for the first time I used UV glue because I bought one. Because a friend of mine showed me that at some with some figures there are like hidden Easter eggs where when you point a UV light source like a flashlight onto their faces, or like some tattoos or the eyes, they start to react to the UV light. So that was pretty cool to see. I don't know if it's intentional, because like I have this very old Ika Musume, the Squid Girl figure, and basically her whole skin starts to glow if you shine some UV light on it. And he told me, oh, this totally makes sense because she does this in the series. And yeah, so I don't know if this is intentional or if it's just a material thing, but yeah, it was interesting to see. So I took this chance to buy some UV glue. Oh shit! I really should label this not to touch it. There are the colors in here for the plastic model kit. Oh my god! I started. This is also full with paint. Oh my god! I have like so many tubs and all of them are in use. So this is empty. Okay, fucking finally. Okay. Yeah, I started on Monday painting my Emma with like proper glue, yeah, with like proper paint, and oh my god, I really have to get used to this because holy smokes. As soon as the camera went off, I immediately grabbed the school bag. I started with the school bag, and I just basically rubbed off all the paint because it looked terrible. Oh my god. Then I did the legs, and for some unknown reason I didn't pull the legs apart. So it's basically just the upper leg and the lower leg, and normally you could just pull them apart, would make it easier to paint, but I didn't. And so yeah, now I have like this this spot where I didn't paint it because it was overlapping. And yeah, I don't know. But then I painted some hair strains and they look good. Interestingly enough, you just have to do one layer of paint. This is such a good paint that I was like hoping, or I was like getting my mindset ready for having like 3 or 5 layers of paint. But then again, like 2 might be enough. Because when I do too many layers, some of the details might get get swallowed by the paint, so I don't know. I mean, it's a glossy paint as well, so until I spray the parts with a top coat, they might not look as good. But yeah, mixing is surprisingly also not that hard. The mixing part I was afraid of a bit, but then again, mixing isn't that hard to get the right shade. But then again, the quantity of the paint is a bit hard to estimate. Basically, you're just mixing together too much paint, and yeah. I try to store them in one of those tubs, like in a small tub with like tape, and then I store it in a bigger tub so that it might be usable next Monday or on the weekend. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can also like thin them with water, but and I have some chemicals to put in to keep it open. But yeah, it's of course it's a different experience than when I paint my miniature dioramas, where I basically go like, and I mean it's like painting with toothpaste compared to like painting with some, I guess with some nail polish. Nail polish might be a good comparison. So if you are good with nail polish and nail products, you might be also good with applying those colors to your plastic models. Then I guess thinking about like nails also might be plastic as well, at least those fake nails. So I don't know, maybe it's a cool running situation where those beauty salon workers are also good in plastic model building, because it might be the same skill set. And another great idea for an anime, like a girl who works in a nail salon, in a beauty place, that is secretly a master in like plastic model painting and building. So many good ideas. Now we have a small rectangular thing where I can put on the power plant, like this. Basically I have to do this like a second time. That's the biggest one. Almost too large, but then again, is there something like too large? I guess I can let it dry. Okay, the laser is ready. Follow me to the laser. Okay, this looks a bit better, but still might be too delicate. Let's see. I mean, I just turn off at least one of those blowy things. And let me see. Interestingly enough, it isn't cut through and through. Those laser cutted wood or like cardboard things, they smell so good, like bacon. This upper part is still too delicate. Crap. I mean, I might can save this one here. This might be savable, but it's very, very delicate. Oh my god. I mean, I made this model. I wanted to be delicate, but then again, I knew that the printer might be struggling a bit. So, okay. Because making it big and sturdy enough wouldn't be the problem, wouldn't it be? Everyone could do this, but to have it like very delicate stripes, look at this. I will bring you into the action. Look at this, what the printer had to achieve. Or the cutter. You can't see anything, can you? Look at this. So now you can of course bend this to a certain degree. And hopefully I can wrap this around the pole. So, and it smells like bacon. Yum 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 yum. It has this burnt smell of burnt wood or burnt paper. This one is ruined, or at least like most of it. Maybe I can still save some bits. Okay, this one might be fine. But the other one, and this is like already like 30% bigger than I had it in mind. So the other one was pure dust. This one is at least, you know, there's a bit of structure to it. Oh, okay. But now at least I know where the limits are with this printer, because to be honest, I don't have much experience with all those tools. I barely use them, to be honest. And when I use them, I'm not a test guy, you know. I don't sit around and test stuff. I usually want to have like results and use them for my actual projects. So yeah, this one is of course also a bit destroyed. Might also not be the right material. Maybe I will just print it out again on a different piece of cardboard. Yeah, that's no good. Yeah, okay. Doesn't help. But I guess I can use this part here for my actual work. Good that I'm wearing my trusty apron. Okay, so let me see. So this is pretty large. I want to cut this down, at least like by this much, but I don't know if I can without destroying it. Okay, it worked somewhat. But now it's a better fit. So now I only have to do the same thing twice. And I guess I can turn off the printer as well. Because now it's just a white noise generator. And what's with the 3D print? The 3D print is also already finished. Wow. So many great things now. Let me see. What's this thing? Oh, that's for my... Oh no, oh god, really? The sharpener broke open, so wow. Okay. Let me put out this coil. Let me see. Is the support removable? Yes. Oh, that worked better than intended, to be honest. There's only a bit left. Oh my, that looks lovely. Oh yeah, that looks so lovely. Let me show this to you. How can I present this proper? I don't have some putter fix here. Maybe with a bit of glue and let it rest. I will let it rest and then I will show it to you. So I guess the next thing I have to shop around are cables that are soft enough to bend, to make like a real nice arc. Because if I do this with like black wire, then yeah, it might not look good. So maybe like headphone cables. Luckily for me, I still have Prime for the month. Because did you know that you can basically get a month free of Amazon Prime each year? At least this is here in my country, so like in Austria. Don't know if this is region specific, but basically there was like when I started ordering Amazon, like a couple years back on the regular, there was always like when you checked out your card, there was this prompt to sign up for Prime, like there is always. And it told me like, oh, you can try it out for 1 month, and then you have to pay, of course. And you can also cancel the subscription. And so I did. So I had a month of Prime, and then the subscription ended, or I canceled it before the free trial ended. You have to do this manually. And I guess it's also good to not do it like the first thing you order, you subscribe to it and then you immediately cancel it, because I don't know if they not just end the subscription then on the spot. I'm always a bit hesitant, so I just set a reminder in my calendar to do it. And yeah, and then funny thing, 1 year later, the same prompt came up again. And this is now running for like 6 years, if not longer. And I don't really need Prime for the shipping, because let's be honest, most of the time I don't pay for shipping on Amazon. And even if I do, it's not that expensive. But, and for the video, for Prime Video, I can basically just watch all the shows that interest me in 1 month. I binge them all, and since most of them are releasing on a yearly schedule, I don't miss much. So this is really ideal. The first time I did this, I also was able to gift a Twitch sub, as one do, with like, oh shit, with like Amazon Prime things. But this was the only thing that didn't renew. So if I'm currently subscribed to Prime, I can't do this a second time. Yeah. So no new Twitch subscriptions to gift. Yeah, but pretty cool that it still works. And so now I can just order stuff from Amazon that basically makes no sense, like one cable at a time. Because most of the time, as soon as I order something, I reminded myself, oh, I forgot something. And then I have to wait until a few items are together, so that it makes more sense. And yeah. So I guess I need more of this material. Doesn't help. Is this the same thing? Yeah, it's the same thing. Okay. So if the coil is like a good size, I can totally print a few of them. I don't have to print them one by one, luckily. Having the printer is such a nice quality of life feature. I guess it's a quality of life feature until it breaks down the first time, because like I said, I'm a guy who wants to do stuff and not a testing guy and not a repair guy. So once this gets into maintenance, it might stay into maintenance a while. And the first spaghetti print comes out, or the first print head is clogged, then the joy is over. Now it's the best thing since sliced bread, and once the fault occurs, it's the worst thing. I don't want to print any more things. What could also look good as high voltage cables are flexible rubber bands covered with fabric. I know there are those ones with a wire inside and shaped. Flexible rubber bands. Yeah, I can see that. Huh. It's a good tip. I might look into this, because with cables you can never be sure how they behave if you order them online, because normally I'm like, I guess it's now more common to have like soft cables like with fabric, but back then you had like really stiff cables for everything, and those are kind of annoying. And now the trend goes to soft cables like for your HDMI or whatnot. So because today I received a 10-meter HDMI cable for my TV in the studio that I got, because this month also the stand for the TV arrived, and now I have a monitor in the studio that I can use as a reference point for streaming or for filming, and also use for figure photos as a background. And yeah, I'm very happy that I got the TV now. And I can also use it as a fourth monitor on my PC. It's kind of a shame that we don't do like I mean, I can still do home office from time to time, but we don't use like Teams or like basically like video conference anymore. So basically when I'm at home working, I just do my normal work, but I don't have to attend video calls like Zoom calls or like team calls. Because if I would, I could like I could like flex with my totally not awesome studios setup, with like having those multiple cameras that and sitting in a chair with like decorations and like a small like a YouTube studio. Would be funny. Because the cool thing is you can also use those PTC cameras. Those are running via NDI. So basically it's a good transcript for filming and streaming, and so you can just get those video feeds from the network directly, from the home network. By the way, let me check if the bitrate is still fine, so that's actually good. Now Twitch and OBS is happy. So yeah, you can basically just grab those the signal and use it as a webcam. So I can also use those cameras for like Discord as a webcam. And I can just not use only one webcam, I can use multiple of those and just change the camera angles as I see fit. And then of course I have my microphones, my podcast microphones and my mixer, and I can just basically add some sound clips and sound bites, so it would be funny to hold a video conference with those. Now it's so quiet here in the workshop with all the printers offline. Okay, I guess it's dry now, so I can show this to you. Of course, this has to be covered in silver paint, and then add some rust to it, some weathering effects. Maybe I try out those weathering kits I got for the plastic model building. I mean, I bought like some military colors, so I don't use them on the figures that much, but I can use them here. Okay, so let me show this to you. So this is the coil, and this is the pole it sits on. It's hollow, but as we can see, those are hollow too. So yeah, don't know why it doesn't focus that much. Now it's okay. So those are hollow. Yeah. Okay, so I guess I can just print a bunch of them. It looks like if I if I look at this bit here, if I wouldn't have a 3D printer, how could I subsidize this? If I look at this, this looks like a noodle. This looks like a fusilli. I could use some noodle, and paint the noodle. I mean, it would probably it would work. There are a bunch of crazy noodle forms. Like there were some that looked like drills. Most of them don't taste really that good, but they have a funny form. So okay, let me see. Okay, printer not too happy, but let's see. Prepare for action. I pressed it a bit too often. I stopped pressing already, but it still copies those coils. Okay, now it stopped. Okay, fine. Fine, I guess I need 2 more. 1, 2. Okay, now we are even. So if I print it like this, is this a wise thing to do? How does this look as a sliced plate? Let's see. Still calculating. Still calculating. Still calculating. Okay, now it's ready. I guess this uses a bit of filament though. I don't know. Takes 5 hours to print. 6 hours. My God, 6 hours. Do I really need that much of them? I guess per pole I need like, let's say, 8 of them. Like 2, 4, 6, 8. I don't need that many, to be honest. Because I will print other ones as well, so... Can I? Guess I have to delete them manually. In here. Okay, so I guess I can just delete those. And delete a few more. Okay, delete those as well. And slice the plate again. And let's see what it's now up to. 3 hours. That's much more feasible. I guess I can stay up for 3 hours. So if I look at this picture, yeah, that might be good. That might be good. Okay. Well, so I mean I have one already, so 15 grams of filament. Okay, I guess. Well, oh, I have to set up the printer again, because otherwise printer will not be happy. Scrape this off. What's about the humidity in this thing? Okay, it's like 24%. I guess I have to refill those like silica things again pretty soon. Okie dokie. My camera. Come to mirror, come to mirror. And we are printing. Okay, so we are printing. Why isn't this why does this anything? Okay. Let's try if we have a picture now. Maybe it works this time, who knows? Nope. Weird. Oh well. Okay, so we have 2 of them, and I guess I'll make a few of those things. I know. Riveting stuff here, riveting stuff. I mean, I can already try to put this around the pole, I guess. Let me try if I can put it around. Use a bit of glue. So now we should be able to wrap this around without any issues. Yes, 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 yes. Is it just me, or is the music getting constantly louder and louder? I wish I would have my old setup back where I could just stream this from a browser, but then there might be some commercials, and we don't want that. And I constantly need scissors. It's like... Sheep! Scissors also very important. Not everything can be solved with a knife. He brought a what's it called, a knife to a scissor fight. Okay. It got destroyed a bit over here, but basically if I just pretend that it's one unit, I mean, it just has to look interesting. Doesn't have to be perfect, to be honest. I mean, it's a utility pole that stands somewhere at a street corner in suburban Tokyo, I guess. Is Lain playing in Tokyo, or is it like a different Japanese city? Is it even a named city, or if it's just like a fantasy world? Let me just make the music a bit less intense for you and for me. I still didn't finish the script for the Marine figure review. I still haven't decided how to end it, because there are always like 2 options to make it more lenient and more feasible, and then there are the crazy options where I can just... The thing is, writing a script is very easy to do, to be honest. You just sit down and write stuff. at some point you have also to let me see. Why is this not okay? Now it's showing me again. Okay, now I thought for a moment that I stopped streaming when I pressed the button, but that would be embarrassing. Almost as embarrassing as when the headphone goes out. But I can see the volume there, so microphone still working. That's great. That's great. Printer still working. He makes the doot 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 noise to level the bed. I know. I don't know. I'm always doing the bed leveling stuff, just to be on the safe side. Let's see. So I'm doing all the mandatory tests and the configurations. Because why not? I mean, it's just a few minutes and I don't have to watch the printer. I mean, I watched a few prints when I first saw a 3D printer in action. I sat down like in front of a television and watched the whole thing come together. And interestingly enough, I did the same thing back in the 80s when home printing, like not 3D printing, but normal regular inkjet printing came available. We were like pretty tech savvy back then. Always had the latest and greatest tech, which today would be like Lain territory, like basically pretty old hardware. But back then it was the shit. And so we had one of the earliest color printer in a time where there wasn't any USB port. So before we had USB ports, we had like other more slower connections, and basically when you had this printer, you also had like software that you had to buy, because you also had no internet. So if you had a printer, what could you possibly do with it? You could write some text documents and print them, like some letters. But if you wanted to have like pictures, and pictures were like clip arts, like illustrations, like very crude illustrations, there was no internet to download them or to search for them. And there wasn't also like digital photography didn't exist back then. So you basically were stuck with like letters and text, word art that came with Microsoft Word, or you had those special like software programs that were basically just discs of discs of discs full with like pictures, like the most boomer pictures you could think about. Like it's like those stickers you now use on social medias, but as a print, and you could just import them into your whatever and print them. And so, but you also had to have a reference what picture is what. Where do you find those pictures? Because there were like CDs, and those CDs had like folders, and then yeah, how to find the pictures, how they look. So we printed out those catalogs of pictures for our own reference, so that we have. And so we printed out like basically full DIN A4 size
with clip arts of it, and this stressed out the printer so much that he basically, it was like a 3D printer. He made like 2 or 3 lines, then got into his docking station, into his little resting position, collected a few more data from this incredible slow connection, and then he made another 2 or 3 lines and got back. And so basically printing a A4 page, a thin A4 page, took like 20 minutes. And so we sat in front of the printer and we watched the printer doing the stuff. This was our entertaining back then. Entertainment. And now you can sit in front of the 3D printer and watch it go. I mean, I don't know if like the first couple of layers are, I guess, make it or break it, and then the rest is pretty safe, I would say. But with the pole, I tried a new setup where the supports are basically just barely attached to the model, and yeah, this worked okay. But then the last few layers, the thing started to wobble, so it looks a bit ugly on the top side. But then again, I had to sand it and fill it with some paste, so it's not a big issue. But if I would have the standard settings, it would have been more work to remove the supports. But then again, maybe the top layer would be nicer. So I guess I will just revert to the default settings for those struts. I now know what is missing down here. It is my glass brick. The infamous glass brick. Because at my desk in the apartment in Vienna, I had a brick. It was like the size of this mouse, like 5 by 5 by 8, and it was made out of glass, solid glass, and it was like basically just a stationary item where there was a hole drilled into it where you can stick in a pen, and it had a picture lasered in, like those like souvenir gifts you can buy at the mall, with like you print your own photos in it. And it had a picture of our deceased dog in it, like one of our dogs. I mean, I guess he wasn't deceased when I got this, but eventually the dog died. And so yeah, I had this around, and this was such a nice thing to have, because it had straight lines, straight angles, because it was glass. It was a solid block of glass, and it was also very heavy for its size. So almost like a lead thing. Like it was very, very heavy for its size, and also yeah, straight, and you could use it as a triangle or as a tri-square, and yeah, it was. I mean, I still have it upstairs, so I didn't get rid of it, or did I? I don't know. I've thrown away so many things, so I can't recall if I still have it, but I guess I still have it. So maybe I will bring it down to work with it again, because it was really nice, not gonna lie. Especially for this more delicate kind of work. Because this is basically what I did in Vienna. Just sitting there and gluing some thin stripes of cardboard most of the time to achieve some structure. Okay. That's the time. Time flies. I have to say time flies when I'm down here at the workshop and of course streaming and everything. Time flies. And there is some nice weather coming up during the weekend, so I am not sure how much time I can spend down here, because I really want to be a bit more outside. I mean, for figure photos or doll photos outside, it's a bit too early if you want to capture spring, like blooming flowers or like fresh tree leaves. Because right now, I mean, there are a few like those early spring flowers, like on the ground. But I mean, sakura blossom will be still like, I guess if it stays this warm, I guess 3 weeks from now, sakura trees should be in bloom, at least most of them. So then just basically make a couple of those square things. And then I will decide how to use them, where to use them, when to use them, why to use them, all the good stuff. What about the tea? Where is my tea? No, I messed up the command. Damn it. Okay, there it is. Now that one is scorching hot for sure. I cannot drink this right away. I have to wait. Okay, let's see. Well, this one is 7. 7. 7. 70, 89. So what actually should I... Any suggestions what I should watch while I have Amazon Prime? Because I already finished the 2nd season of Gen V, like the spin-off from the boys. Now I'm watching the 2nd season of Fallout, even though I never played the games. But I mean, I guess it's okay as a show. Invincible I already watched, like, I guess I don't know where and why, but I'm up to snuff with those. Despite all the bad feedback and all the bad like press or like reviews, I also watched Rings of Powers, both seasons. Like the last time I had Prime. And I gotta say, as a non-Lord of the Rings guy, fan, like knowing all the lore stuff, I found it okay. I don't know. But people got pretty mad when it came out, so yeah, well. But then again, I don't know, I mean, I'm usually not that invested in such things. Like I can watch times Oh, thank you for the tea time. When it comes to tea, which tea do you like the most? Well, I mean, in terms of like blend or like in terms of type? Because type, I would say like basically infused tea, of course, because like pure black tea or pure green tea, it's okay. Pure like white tea, pure what is called rooibos, for like special occasion, but for casual drinking, like in the winter times, I do like those like fruit teas, those heavy fruit teas. Basically, I'm liking the heavy tea blends, because this is like a black tea. It's called Highland Toffee, so it smells really good. It smells like caramel and toffee. It's a black tea, some nuts in it, I think, but tastes good, smells good. Has this like Scottish, like oaky, smoky flavor to it. And yeah, and usually there is this like really lovely tea house, tea store in the first district in Vienna, and they also have an online store, so I can order those teas, and I don't have to rely on I don't have to went there in person, because it's a bit cumbersome. And they have some excellent teas. But then again, I also like something went wrong with the print. I praised the thing too soon. First layer defect. Okay. Detected the micro letter. Please check the quality of the print model. That looks good, I guess. It told me that the first layer made some error, but honestly I can see. I guess we try what comes up. Printer is not happy. It basically said that the first layer had some things in it, like the LiDAR sensor detected something. Very, very advanced things with those bamboo printers, having all the sensors and having all the AI. But I said, go for it, print. Let's see what comes next. Okay, so yeah, like back to the tea. I also like infused green tea, because for some reason they can be infused pretty well, I guess, with different flavors, and usually they turn out pretty good. Because sometimes a tea smells really good, really lovely, but don't taste as good. So what does the printer do? Let me see. Oh, just print something. I don't know. Maybe this is a waste of time and filament, but then again, I guess that's 3D printing. Huh? Not everything goes at the first try. But I really don't want to print all those coils individually. Maybe I could have spaced them a bit more out, so that they aren't as close together. Why is this not the same size? How? How is this not the same size? I mean, really? Really? Smaller? I'm also one of those people who really like tea. I enjoy fruit teas, white teas, and green tea. My latest favorite is milky. Oh, milky oolong tea. Yeah, that's a great one. That's actually a great one. Milky oolong. There is like I guess you can call it a type of tea, because I tried several blends of it from different shops. Usually it's good. It's a very sophisticated tea. I like those, like milky oolong goes very well with sweets, you know. Because it's like a difference also, how not only the quality of the tea, of course, but then how do you consume the tea. It's a difference if you just have a cup like this and just drink it, or if you have one of those fancy teacups that it's like from the Beauty and the Beast castle, no? Those classic teacups. First of all, they look nice, and as soon as something looks nice, you know, get this mental framework that it must also taste nice, and then you maybe consume it more thoughtful, and also have a bit of a maybe the texture and the shape of the cup is also important. I mean, there is a reason why basically every drink has its dedicated container, dedicated glass. I mean, if you go like for cocktails, there is a reason why you have different glasses, or like for alcohol beverages, where you have like a whiskey glass, and why there is a gin tonic glass, and where there is a champagne flute and stuff like that. And I guess it's the same with the tea. I guess this is also the reason why those like tea ceremonial things, like with the green tea, with the matcha, I mean, that's also to get you in the right mindset when you have to prepare the tea in a specific way, that it might taste a bit different, even if the tea basically is the same as when you just pour it into a normal cup. Reminds me of the fact that normally you would have like too many teacups in a household. Everybody knows this. There is a shelf in your kitchen that is reserved for teacups and coffee cups or mugs, and most of the time it's a collection of different mugs that you collected over time. There are ones you got like when you started your household, and some of the Christmas market, and maybe some friend bought you a cup of a mug of tea, and then maybe if you are like me, you have some anime themed cups. But basically, this shelf where the mugs are is always full. So most of the time you have too many teacups, especially if you are living like a single person household or two-person household. You have like 20 tea mugs, where you would basically just only need 5. Or but now here I have too few teacups. I constantly run out of teacups, because I threw away all of them, and now I have only a few of them. This is like the mug that my mother gifted to me one time, and there is this print from a figure photo I did on it, but last time it got damaged, so the paint came off. It's a bit of a shame, because I have this like for 15-20 years now, so interestingly enough now the paint got off. But maybe that's a sign to print another one. What is this like green thing on the... Ooh, okay. So on the display from the printer software, it shows me a picture, like a radar picture, where the first layer was faulty. because on the smartphone I only get a notification, but I said very technical. Does it look okay? I don't know. Still nothing to show, to be honest. It just looks weird now. I mean, it's like layer 3 of 56, so I don't know. I mean, what could go wrong? Basically everything, but don't tell this the printer. So can I get 2 stripes out of it? I guess not. Okay, can I get 2 stripes now? Of course not. Of course not. What did I even think? So, okay. And let's cut this. Yeah, but basically, regarding shows, I don't know. When I now finish like Fallout, not many shows that interest me. I guess a few movies, and then I'm finished with my yearly Prime binging marathon. Not good. I need more material. Hey. I think the brewing temperature is also an important factor. It has a big impact on the taste, like the steeping time. I like enjoying tea while watching anime or reading manga. That's when I take my favorite mug, which I had for 10 years. Ah, Jurassic Park logo. That's cool. Yeah, that's something. Right, there was a story about the mugs, I remember. So yeah, and now our McDonald's here in Austria, which has like totally separate promotional stuff than in Germany. It's a whole different thing, even for our small market. Now, for some reason, I mean, I guess it's the same thing with the Lain thing. Why are there now Lain figures coming out? Don't know. It's not an anniversary of any kind, so I don't know why they bring out Lain figures now. But for some reason, McDonald's now got the Friends license. So Friends, the TV show, like sitcom, 90s. So they have like those, basically like knockoff Funko Pop figures that are a bit smaller from the main characters that I really don't know. I only know this Phoebe character with the guitar, and wasn't there a Ross and a Chandler? I know the names, but I don't know the faces. And now, but the figures are like, I guess, okay, collectibles. And now they come out with like mugs, like if you buy a coffee and a cake, you get a free Friends mug. And honestly, I gotta say, the designs of those mugs are pretty good. Let me show if I can show this to you. Let me see if I can bring this up. McDonald's Friends mug. But then again, I'm not a Friends fan, so I don't care. But the designs are really cool, I think. Really unique for a McDonald's product. Let me see. Can we get a bigger picture of this? Yes. So here it is. Let me see. Oh. Here it is. I mean, those are really nice mugs, design-wise, as a free gift. Like, those aren't bad. I mean, all the McCafe mugs they released over time aren't bad mugs. Too bad they always say like McDonald's or McCafe on them. Otherwise, those were perfect mugs. But they do look nice, not gonna lie. As someone who likes friends, this would be a nice thing to have. So now I have to wait until they have a franchise that interests me. Yeah, I think they know that people also like to buy things related to nostalgia. Yeah, sure, but I don't know. Even back then, in when I was like younger, I didn't care about all those sitcoms. Never was a big sitcom fan. Where did my music go, by the way? First there was music, now there is no music. It just... Okay. Can I go back to this? Yes, I can. Or I can't. Okay. Oh, there's music again. I don't know why I have a playlist and I say shuffle the playlist and repeat the playlist when in reality it doesn't do those things. So, but yeah. I might also do a video quite soon on my private channel about McDonald's. I like the fast food experience in general nowadays. Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, the brewing temperature of the tea is also, of course, very important. That's why I have a kettle where you can basically set the temperature. That's such a quality of life feature, because back in Vienna I just simply had a normal kettle where it just boils water, and if you want to have to make fancy tea with the right temperature, you basically just had to throw in a thermostat and see and wait till the temperature got down to a certain degree. So yeah, I mean, on each package of tea it says how to brew it, but in my experience, or what I've heard, is that it basically doesn't make any difference if you account for temperature and time. So basically, normally for like green tea it's 70 degrees Celsius. And basically, based on quality of the tea, you brew it for 1 to 3 minutes. Okay. So if you have a bit warmer water, it will shorten the brew time. And if you have colder water, it will just in length. What is it called? Like, brew time will be longer. I mean, don't push it to extremes. Don't brew green tea with like boiling hot water, and don't brew green tea with like basically body temperature water. This won't help, but a few degrees more or less doesn't really make a difference if you're, especially if you adjust the brew time. But sadly, tea time will be soon over, at least for me, because once spring and summer is coming, I lost interest in tea, in warm beverages. So I will just switch to cold things. Of course, I can brew tea and let it sit and then put it into the freezer or in the fridge and just wait overnight, and then I have an iced tea. Yeah, I can do this. Sometimes I do, but honestly it's too much work for me. I don't want to brew tea and drink it like 24 hours later. And of course, normally if you drink a cup of tea in the winter, even if it's inside, you can drink it fairly quick. So it's like a fruit tea, you boil it, it's boiling hot water, you put it into a mug, and then you wait like, or at least I wait 5 minutes, and then I can already drink it. or make it 10 minutes maybe. But in the summer, when it's a bit hotter inside, like 5 or 6 degrees, it also takes forever for the tea to get like to a drinkable temperature. Also, what I found out is that not only makes it a difference in the brewing temperature, it also makes a difference in the drinking temperature as well. Because there is this like sweet spot where the tea has all its flavor, but is still a bit warm. Because let's face it, I can drink pretty hot stuff. I'm not sensitive that much. But still, if it's too hot, it doesn't taste like anything. It just tastes like hot water. And there are those like pain receptacles or something that gets activated, but other than that, doesn't help much. So there is this small time window where the tea is the best. Drinkable, flavorful, not too hot. And then of course if you're past this window, it's just cold tea. A few years back I looked into this amber cup situation because there is this like battery powered mug that basically keeps your beverages, your tea and your coffee warm. But like with all those gadgets, it's a bit cumbersome. It's very expensive for what it is, and then again, I mean, this week I turned on the TV in the studio, the new one, and what was the first thing that came on? Update, 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 and you have to set up this and that. So I really don't need a teacup that needs a new firmware first thing in the morning. Like it basically tells me, oh, you have to update the tea mug to work. No thank you. I don't want this. I mean, it's the same thing with those like 3D printing software things. Every time I start the software, it tells me, and I don't start it every day, maybe like 2 or 3 times a month. Every time it tells me, there is a new software version, would you like to install it? And oh god, I just want to work, I don't want to install, I don't want to update. And usually it's like, I've made this so often, like I dismissed the update, dismissed it, and sometimes finally I made the update and afterwards it had some bugs or some issues. So never touch a running system, that's my motto. Something doesn't work, might try an update, but if something works perfectly fine, why bother with an update? So, okay. I guess I now have a few of those beams. So I can put them together to a larger structure. It's funny. I mean, sometimes you also see the Japanese McDonald's commercials, and they, especially nowadays, they lean heavily into anime, like doing collaborations with Vocaloid or having their own anime mascots. So, yeah. I mean, but then again, Oki told me that our McDonald's had playing cards from Uno, like the card game, and they had like those smaller versions, like travel sized, and they had them anime branded. And I have seen one set that had like Boruto, and I thought like, okay, it's Boruto, it's just like it's like Naruto. That makes sense. And he told me that there are a few of them, and two were even My Hero Academia, one set, and I was like, oh, okay. I mean, it's still shonen, I guess, makes sense. And then he told me in one set was Spy Family, and I was like, what? Why? I mean, took me by surprise that they grabbed this license, because normally they just go for the super... Oh, I made a mistake. I glued this to the wrong side. For the super popular and like well-known series like Dragon Ball or like a One Piece. I guess those licenses might be a bit expensive, but then again, it's McDonald's. I guess they have the cash. But Spy Family, really? Like, or like I call it the Anya Show. For some reason, they might do more merchandise stuff, like toys. There was a shift recently to a more toy-focused approach once again. I guess last year they had those Mario Kart things. I guess they will also have like Mario stuff when the new movie comes out, so it's interesting to see, because for a few years and for a period of time they really didn't want to get associated with like toys and like basically children or like nerds. But nowadays it shifted again. My favorite, the calibration Neon Genesis. The fries that transforms to an Ava. But is this a usual thing? Because that McDonald's in Japan has good toys? I mean, there is also this common conception that the toys at our McDonald's were so much better and so high quality back then in the 90s or early 2000s. And I don't know if this just is rose-tinted goggles. Because we also had like transforming toys that basically the fries get into a robot, but it wasn't an Ava, of course, but it was just some generic transforming toys. But I can recall this from my childhood. Never had them because, first of all, I wasn't raised on McDonald's food. My parents didn't like it, and funny thing, I didn't like it either as a child. I can remember that for some birthday when I was very young, I guess, well, like single digits still, like 6, maybe maybe 6, 7, or 8, I don't know. I talked my parents into going to McDonald's and getting a Happy Meal for the first time, and I really didn't like it. I mean, I was a very picky eater as a child, and I eat very strange things, because normally you notice if there is a child in a restaurant, they might, you know, substitute something with like fries, or get some sausages, or like spaghetti. But I was a very picky eater back then. And not only was I a picky eater in terms of what I ate, but also the taste who cooked it. Because my grandmother, when they made a specific dish, I knew how it tastes. And when I ordered the same dish in a restaurant, it tastes totally different. And so I didn't like it. So yeah. And basically this stayed the same till I was in high school. When I get like late teenage years, I became very try happy with food, and nowadays I basically can eat everything. There is this like joke saying that I always bring up. So if I didn't like it, if it doesn't taste good to me, it was probably poisoned. So I also have a very robust stomach. Okay, what is with the print? I really want to close this window, but I can't. I can't see my cursor on the other monitor. I'm blind. I really don't know what the printer does. If this works well. I mean, those are 8 layers, but can't see anything but supports. But okay. At least it prints. Okay, so now I can just try to make this pole. So we have those, and then we need 2 of them, like in the same height. Since it's now dry, I can just cut it. Hopefully I can just cut it. Okay. Oh no, not the same length at all. That's not good. That's not good. I mean, I can cut it like on both sides. Let's be honest. I can totally do that. Would not be out of character to do so. Did I destroy it? Maybe. But it doesn't matter. Okay, so we got a bit inside, and then I press this on, make a try to have it 90 degrees. beauty of having a placemate. You can also use those little squares to have something 90 degrees angled. Of course, you have to let it rest. Okay, other one. Yesterday I checked the flight prices to Japan for next February, because if I want to attend OneFest, I might have to book the tickets relatively soon. And basically the prices were okay, really didn't shock me. But interestingly enough, there is still, or again, there is no direct flight from Vienna to Tokyo. So still I have to go via either München or Frankfurt. Munich. Isn't that a star versus evil thing? Munich. And yeah, it's funny because the last time I also traveled from Munich, but then we took the train to Munich and then we just boarded that flight, what was a pretty ballsy maneuver back then. Because if I book my flight from Vienna to Munich and then fly from there to Tokyo, I guess this works out fine enough without delays. But if the train had any significant delay, I might not even catch my flight, so that was pretty ballsy to do, not gonna lie. But then again, that's how I travel, to be honest. Okay, so now I need to know how big this should be in terms of width, and where it should be. I guess relatively high up there, like in the last section, or maybe here. And then to accommodate those things, a bit bigger. Is this also bigger? Doesn't really matter. I mean, it can overshoot by a pretty large margin, so it doesn't really matter. Okay. But yeah, the flight prices were okay. Like for basic economy, of course. Okay, so those are the railings, and now then there is a small platform and a round thing. And the round thing, I mean, the platform I can make with like one piece of thicker cardboard. And maybe having those standing upwards. And I guess if I want to make the round thing, I can just use I mean, there has to be something that is round that I can use. Some material in store. Or did I throw everything away? Doesn't look so good. This is too large, I guess. Let's see. because this is too large for the. Yeah, that doesn't look good. I need something smaller, just like a inlay of an alufoil thing. Or I have to roll something on my own. Okay. Camera, come back to me. Follow me if you want to leave. There's really nothing I can use. Okay, bummer. I have to come up with something, because I just want to have this 2 centimeter wide. That would be. I mean, it stands a bit over, so I can get like maybe 2.5 for the platform, and then the round thing, yeah. And I guess it's pretty square. At all, but okay. So then let's see. I have to attach this here, or more down there, and then. Stands a bit over. And to cover this with a bit of side straps. Make it look nicer. Yeah, that's the good one. That's the good one. Or is it? Okay, I can use this one. Now it's good. I have some white sticks here and some lids. It almost looks like an ashtray. Yeah, with like tea time coming to an end, I might have to come up with some other refreshments down in the workshop for the summer months. Maybe getting the infamous couple of cold ones out. drunk building. No, I can't get drunk. Can you get drunk with like beer? I guess you can, but you have to really force it then, I guess. Because, let's be honest, so weak. I might even get to the toilet a few times, but drunk, I don't know. Okay. Now the music is going hard. Yeah, well, that's the spirit. So what about the print? Can I still see? I mean, I guess it's almost halfway down, and still can't see nothing. Oh well. The little platform is almost done. So I guess those might also be dry already. Good enough, I would say. So now I can connect them. In a way that makes sense, hopefully. But where to connect them? Like here? I guess I have to try and see. But there isn't really a way to measure this. I mean, oh, I can do it like this. It's embarrassing, but I can put this between my legs, and then I can move this over here. Come on, come. Yes. So then I can just put this on both sides and have it a bit parallel. And okay, so if I do it like this, it has to be almost at the edges. Okay. So yeah, I can glue this, but it has to be almost at the edges. I guess it's time for the claw again, to be honest, because there is not much I can hold this with. Oh, it's time for the claw! Wasn't that like an Adam Sandler thing? Like in Click with the claw? The claw comes to you. Problem with the claw is that this doesn't hold. Too good. The claw is too good. There's too much grip in there. So I can't really use the claw. This is basically just a narrow point to glue it. So I might just do this by hand. Now I have to align this properly. At least try to have this as straight as possible. I guess this works. But then again, this one is not connecting well. Wasn't such a good idea to glue this. Have it like. Guess I still have to press this a bit harder. Let it rest for a couple minutes. And it fell off. Oh well. Where did it went? Where did it went to? Okay. This looks good. If it would stay, would be great. Let's try to let this dry up a bit. Can I do another one of those? Like bigger poles? How is this even? Okay, this is like needs to be a bigger one. That is just down here, I guess. Yeah, okay, there's just some coils to it, but actually it isn't that big. Could be this one as well. So let's cut this in half and then should be fine. Okay. So how do I attach them to the pole? Just gluing them? I mean, I guess just gluing them, but it would be really silly to do this with like wood glue. I just guess this is a job for hot glue. Really hot glue everything together. I mean, this is also just a prototype. I mean, I will use it on the final model if it goes well, but just a prototype to have a proof of concept. Okay. And yeah. So, how's my platform doing? It's doing okay, I guess. What about the music? Music got yucky again. Okay. Guess I have to modify the playlist as well. What's going on? What is going on? Nothing. Okay, so this is a bit less intense, so okay. I see how it is. Luckily, this don't has to be a super clean work because of all the weathering stuff I might do later on. It will just look run down. Okay. I guess this is now technically correct. And then I made this part. This part can be placed here. It's like a little gate of some sort. I've heard this before. Okay, a little gate. Maybe a bit more to one side. Is it crooked in a one way or another? No, I guess not. Okay, so I'll just let this dry up a bit more. Oh, the hot glue is already ready. Okay, then do your thing, hot glue. A very wise decision this was. A very wise decision. I guess I will also glue the rest of them to the pole like this. Because this works well, I guess. Is it oh shit. I broke the pole down there. Oh no. Okay, so the bond isn't as strong as I had thought. Oh well. interesting, to say the least. Interesting. Okay, let's glue this again. Oh shit. Everything starts to break now. Maybe this isn't the right way. Okay. Oh well. Doesn't really matter that much. At least this should be like straight. Okay, yeah, I guess it is. And then again, I have to try to glue this, because this also has to be straight. Straight. Ah, hot. I guess it's okay. So we'll let this rest for a bit. This just fell off. Very annoying. Okay, so okay, so I have to do this a second time with the border. Get one that is still intact. Normally the PLA glues very well with the super glue. Shockingly good, I would say. But then again, this is a bit contaminated with like putty, not pudding, but putty, and so it might have an effect on the effectiveness of the glue. So, well. So, yeah. This is the reason why it might not work as good. And then of course it is just a very thin pole. But at least we have one T document. And the other one that is I mean, yeah, already almost dry, so I can just try to put this on here. Oh, okay. I mean, it would stay on, but I can just go beyond and yeah. I mean, yeah, why not? Okay. Where is my hot glue? My hot glue went into sleep. It burned my hand, and then it was like, oh, I'm sorry, master, I will now shut off. Very important stuff here. It's funny, you can do relatively simple tasks, and yet it is so messy here. Everything is like constantly falling apart. What's with the coil? Can I put one coil here already, just to get a sense of scale? I mean, I guess I can. Okay, one coil attached. How will I'll paint everything when it's glued together? It might not be the best idea. By the way, how's the printing doing? Still only supports. How does this look when not? Okay. Because now it should already start with the coils soon. Gotta say, like there is line. Let me see. Okay, it's funny because normally it would just look at the lines, but then again, I guess I can already see the coils. So I mean, it's still almost 90 minutes to print. So yeah. Okay. So what's with the stream anyway? I can see there is a few things going on. So yeah, I wanted to glue this to the pole. So let me just one point here and one point here. Then I can just basically try to put this on in such a way that it makes sense. And now it has to dry. Okay. This might does the trick. This might do the trick. Is it though? Is it though? I don't know. I really don't want to use any more of the hot glue. Maybe a bit of normal glue to let this flow in here and let it rest overnight. Just to strengthen the bond. And now I have to come up with a round thingy, search for a round thing that I can attach to here. Have to see how the kitchen supply, like foil, the shrink foil and so is in stock. Otherwise I have to roll it myself, make a cylinder of some sort. I guess this already comes loose, so really not a fan. Really not a fan. Really not a fan right now of this solution here. But I guess it works. I really have to let this dry up for a bit. maybe like this. Let it rest. Okay, I can turn off the hot glue gun. And maybe use one of those again. I basically have two of those smaller ones. I just want to make a third connection before I end the stream. Just to see how things might look. And then I will sleep over the thing and come back again tomorrow, better and stronger. The thing is, I can't really cut this with the knife. It starts to get messy. But then again, maybe with the saw, the seesaw. If it's better with the saw, let me see. If it likes the saw a bit more. Because I just need it like this. I guess it's a bit better. Not so much stressful for the material. And the big one might need. There is this funny connection in here, so I guess I can replicate this connection when I cut this open on both sides. Why can't I have things in frame? I don't know. Always so bad. So okay. So when I cut this open, I might be able to reconnect or to recreate this connection. Yeah, okay. Just a bit more. Okay. I mean, I can even like put this in an angle, because this might be in an angle in here. If I'm totally honest. Might like this V shape. Let's make it a V shape. Putting some coils on it, and then again I have to saw this. I've saw this coming. I'm too lazy to get some support ready for the saw. Okay, so now I can just cut this again and then also place it into an angle. Smells already funny. Okay. Like V shape accomplished. Somewhat. This looks already so rough that it might look convincing when painted and weathered. Because those edges are terrible. But then again, if I look at the reference pictures, they went very much. I guess they had to do pretty much work. I can't talk anymore. They had to come up with those textures and those renderings to look used and messy, and I will just build this. And yeah, I will just build this and have it done this way. Okay. What I might already seen people doing. Funny enough, what are the chances that I'm now making this this picture with like power poles, and today I saw a similar thing online. It's like funny how this works. What I can do is, does this stand on its own? Hopefully. I can use some cable binders, the smallest ones I have, as a thing to wrap around the pole. Are the smallest cable things, and this might be also a good little structural thing. So let's see, the cable binder, I don't know. I guess there is a term for this. Can be used like this, just as a decorational element. Yeah, this looks nice. Now I have to cut off the excess material. Can I do this on the table? No. Use the proper tool for it. And it flew away. Yeah, so when I use a couple of them together with the thing I printed, this might be a nice touch. Let me just try to apply one of those printed ones. At least the thing that is still intact. Some in between stuff here. Okay. I mean, this is so brittle, so it's really annoying. Hands are sticky, cable is brittle, all the good stuff. Go away. Go away. Okay. Does this come around? Almost. Almost. I would say. Oh shit. It broke. It sticks to my finger very well, but not to the actual model. Makes you wonder, makes you wonder. Maybe I should build the models made out of human flesh, then the glue would actually work most of the time. Yeah. Now the details are coming together, and now this part here goes here. It's like doing some freestyle pole maneuvers. I like it. Okay, is my glue gun ready? Glue gun commands gluing. I have this in an almost correct angle. I mean, not so bad, not so bad. Okay, I mean, can you see this? Weird ass things. Together with Lain, power pole, stands on a parapet. Does it actually stand? It does. It does. I can show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you. Quick until it topples. Quick until it topples. Where's the camera? Let me switch up the camera and then let me... Okay, this is the wrong camera. Okay, I'm still in tracking mode. I see. So now it goes. Let me show this to you. Isn't that lovely? I mean, something, I guess. There is a little power pole. Just a... Okay, I will now... Oh, the camera is moving around because it's on the same shelf as the printer. So the jittering is the printer. But yeah, I mean, a couple more of those things attached, painted, then have a big coil over there, like on this part here, like something like this, but just, you know, just like round and a bit bigger, and yeah, not so bad, I would say, not so bad for a first try. Problem is, I might to build like at least 4 or 5 of them. I guess the ones in the background, the smaller ones, can be a bit smaller. Okay. Here I am. Here I am. Okay. So I can activate the tracking again. So the ones here, I don't know if you can see this, but the ones here in the background here, they can be a bit like smaller and more generic looking, but those might be pretty accurate. And they also have a light, a street light coming from them. So if this is the right one and I will put the street light here, I mean, I don't know. I might have to print out some bigger ones just for here in the front part. But yeah, those look nice. I like them. I will not just let them rest. Lain is standing good here. Lain can rest here. Nobody has to know what I did to Lain. Okay, so it's past midnight. It is past midnight, ladies and gentlemen. It's ghost time, and so this means I will now end the stream. I know, nothing much was accomplished. I mean, it's always so. And now, that's a funny looking thing, huh? Isn't it? It's up to the fairies. What is it like? An English equivalent to a kobold or a Heinzelmännchen? A gnome, a garden gnome, maybe? Hello, camera. Camera, hello. Here is my face. You can track my face. Does it look nice? I don't know. I might starting to see something here. I start to see something here because we are not quite there yet on this magical point where I know this is it, but I'm starting to see something. It might come together. So what's about the printer? Let me show you the printer. Why is it white? Okay, is it like the wrong thing? Arrow? No, we don't need the arrow. We need the studio. This is the studio. Okay, so here's the printer. It does printer things. Still needs like 1 hour, but there are. This camera is so garbage resolution that I have to actually look at it with my own eyes. So yeah, I guess it works. Don't know. Let's see. This is like the beauty of 3D printing with supports. It looks like something, but not like the actual model, because everything is support. Not everything is computer, everything is support. Okay, so I now will tidy up the workshop and go to bed, and tomorrow, let's see, I don't know what tomorrow is, what tomorrow will bring, but maybe some pole position. Isn't the Formula 1 is also starting this this weekend in like Australia, is it? Start of the Formula 1 season. Not that I would care actually, because I stopped watching Formula 1 like years ago. But yeah, I heard something that Formula 1 is starting again. So this bacon. I might try this with another carton to see if it's a bit better. But yeah. So long. Should we rate someone? I guess we can. I mean, we still have time. I have to tidy up the workshop, so why not? Also, I didn't made it for this stream, but next week for sure, I'm working on the end card for full time. I wanted to make it a bit more special, so that it takes a bit time, but I started already with the end card, and next Friday I will have the specialized end card. But then again, we didn't use the Be Right Back until now, because I'm always here. I'm never back, so I'm always here. Is this drinkable? Okay, so yeah, let me see how to rate, why to rate, when to rate. I'm so glad that now the bitrate is also improved. Works very well. Someone on there then, where no, okay. So playing. Let me see. Hey. Okay. Let me see.
Oh. Okay. This looks interesting, to be honest. Some painting action is going on. Let's Jade Cerebra. Let's jump into this one, and yeah. I wish you a nice weekend. Thank you for joining full time on this wonderful Friday night, and I will see you again either on Monday at Monday or next Friday when I continue to work on this Lain set. Yeah, then see you and take care. Stay for the raid, and bye bye. Should I use the end time for this? I guess I should.